What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about one, if not the biggest mistakes that we can make, not only as cyclists, but just athletes in general, that really destroys our progress. And if you listen to that again, I said we, and that is because I feel I didn't do a great enough job of this last year. And I feel that if I nail it this year, it'll help me reach a new level in my training. Also, I have set a secondary goal for myself this year. Although it's not the main goal of my season, it is very important to me. And I'm putting it out there to you guys because I feel it's not going to add extra pressure to myself, but it is going to add more motivation to get it done. And that is to reach or perhaps get over the 5 watt per kilo mark this year. Last year, when I became Florida State road race champion, I was just shy of 4.7 towards the end of the season. But because I'm only going into my second season of actual structure training, I feel there's still a lot of gains to be made. If that is something that you want to be part of, if you think you can take something away from that and help you in your own training, or if you just want to watch my progress throughout the year and see what I'm doing, how I'm doing, then smash the like and subscribe button. I'll really appreciate it. According to YouTube, 95% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed, so please smash that subscribe and like button. Now, we're only 4 weeks into 2024 training plan and it's looking very positive. I had my first FTP assessment last Sunday, so about a week ago, and my estimated FTP is 332 watts, which is crazy. That's only 4 watts of my best ever FTP last year. Last weekend, I was doing sets of over-unders, 9-minute over-unders, and I was averaging almost 340 watts for each one. And not only that, but I was feeling very comfortable throughout every single interval. So that is very positive. We as humans, but more importantly athletes, we're wired in such a way that if we're not sweating and shedding blood and tears, we feel that we're not working hard enough. And that is a big problem because that's not really how training works. And that's kind of how I approached it last year. And towards the end of the video, I'm going to show you guys a few example weeks and example of mistakes that I made and how I plan to change that this year so I don't make the same mistakes. Today I'm out on the gravel bike doing a super easy zone 2, borderline zone 1 ride, to be honest, and I have extra motivation for being out on the gravel bike today, and that is because a few days ago I got the confirmation email from Lifetime that I'm going to be taking part of the Unbound 200. I got picked for it from the lottery. I am super stoked. I'm super stoked to start training for it, and if you guys want to follow along and be part of the process and see how I train for it, see how I do the day off, then you guys already know what to do. 200 miles, 9,500 feet of climbing. It's going to be a super hard day, but I couldn't be more stoked about it. Also, I thought it was the perfect time to make this video and talk to you guys about one, if not the biggest game killer there is for athletes, and that is not respecting recovery. I hear a lot of people talk about, oh, I have too much training stress, too much TSS, I've been training too hard, I'm overtraining. And honestly, in my eyes, you're not overtraining, you're under recovering. Your body can take a lot more stress than you think if you allow your body to actually recover from it, absorb it, and then you go hard again, before you go hard again. So I feel I didn't do a good job of this last year. I wanted to add more volume to my training plan towards like the middle towards the end of the season. And the way I did it wasn't really the correct one. And I made a few mistakes that I want to show you guys towards the end of the video. So I'm going to show you guys an example of what a loading week looked like before when like I said, when I was doing it the wrong way, and how I completely changed that this year, and how I plan to keep the same volume, but also have time to recover, absorb it, and go hard again. I'm also going to show you guys some of my favorite recovery activities that not only help me to recover physically, but more important, mentally. Let's start with what is recovery, why it's so important, and why we all need to start taking it more seriously. There are two types of recoveries, active recovery and passive recovery. Both methods are very important, and you can use one or the other at different points of your season. There are many benefits to adding activities that are considered active recovery, like for example, going for a walk, swimming, a very easy bike ride, and some of those are reducing lactic acid buildup in the muscles. Also increasing blood flow to the muscle tissue to aid the reconstruction of them, and many, many more. When you train, you put your body under stress and break down the muscles, and it's during recovery that these muscles can repair, adapt, and grow stronger so that the same workout feels easier next time. If you don't give yourself recovery time to rest and repair, then you won't progress, and you're also putting yourself at a very high risk of illness and even worse, injury. That's why rest days are so essential. The best way to know if you need a rest day is to listen to your body. And this is something I wasn't responsible enough with last year. No matter how I felt, I just wanted to jump on the bike. So a few signs that you might need extra rest include the lack of motivation to train, just feeling mentally tired, and just not being able to hit the goal or the power goals that you hit yourself in your intervals. Getting to know your body definitely takes time, and is something that I'm really trying to learn this year. So now I will use myself as an example and show you guys here on my trainer road calendar some of the mistakes I made last year, and show you guys how I plan to change them this season. So guys, you can see right here, so this was like in November, did a 14-hour week, zero rest day. I actually went for a 3 hours and 40-minute ride, and I went for a run. Then same thing the next day. This was on a Friday. Saturday, same thing. I went for 3 hours and 14-minute bike ride. Then I went for a run after that, and then I did a 2-hour ride the next week. So that was 14 hours plus 53 minutes of running. So that was a really big week. Then the next week gets even bigger. That was almost 17 hours. And then, so you can see no days off. Although I wasn't riding hard every day, I still was taking no days off. So I definitely want to change that this year. And then, so we go into another week right here. And this one was 8 hours and 50 minutes. So almost 9 hours here. And then we go into the next week, and same thing. I did a workout right here, and then same thing, guys. I was just taking no days off. Another one right here, 14 hours. This one was actually 19 hours. That was a huge week, and I was just taking no days off. So this is a no-no right here, guys. And I definitely want to put emphasis on this year, and I think I am going to make really big progress. And I remember this week right here, I did an easy spin here. I did a zone 2 here, and then I went and rode the mountain bike, and I was feeling so bad on Thursday. I think I had like a 30% Whoop recovery score or something like red. I never get red recoveries, and I did here. So and then I had a race that weekend, so I definitely, like, I took that day off. Then I rode zone 2, then another like zone 2 with some openers, and then I did the Florida State Gravel Championships, where I did feel pretty good. I finished second overall. Second on my age group and third overall. All right, so now let's look at, this is literally week 1 right here. So this is literally how I started my training for 2024. So week 1, so you're gonna see January 1st, I literally took the day off. First day of the year, I took it off. I actually went for a walk with the dogs. Then I got some sweet spot Tuesday, sweet spot Thursday, threshold Saturday, and a long endurance ride on Sunday, with 2 just easy endurance on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now we go into week 2, and that was 11 hours and 47. Now I do plan to average about 10 hours a week, but it's all going to depend how much time I actually have to actually train. So this was supposed to be 2 hours. I did a little bit more, but I do want to be around this 10 hours a week or so. But you can see sometimes I'll have more, sometimes I have a little bit less, but I'm trying to stay around the 10-hour week. So like I said, respecting that Monday off, I went for another walk, got the rest of my training done. And then the next day right here, because we were off this Monday, what I did was I moved my Tuesday workout into Monday, and I added an extra volume. So instead of being like an hour and a half, I went for 3 hours and 47, but I still respected that day off on this week. And then here I went for an easy zone 2 ride. Then I went for a little walk with the dogs, a little bit more sweet spot, and then endurance here as well. Then I did my over-unders here, which I mentioned in the beginning of the video. And then I went for a longer endurance ride here on Sunday, which was 2 hours and a half. I did about 2 hours and 41, so not much than I was supposed to. And now here we go into the week that we're in right now. So as you can see, Monday off once again, like I said, and this is a recovery week right here. So took Monday off. As I mentioned before, my Tuesday ride, I put it down to 45 minutes rather than an hour. Then I did a little bit of core and foam rolling. Now the next Wednesday, same thing, only 45 minutes. I actually went for a walk this day. And then Thursday, same thing, an easy endurance, like super easy, almost like zone one, not even like endurance. Then I did a little bit of foam rolling. And then I also took that Friday completely off. So 2 days off on recovery weeks and 1 day off on a loading week. Then this was actually today's ride where I was recording the video for you guys. And then tomorrow I'm going out for my first race of the year, and I am super excited for it. It's going to be not only my first race of the year, but my first P123 race. And then next weekend we're going to Swamp Classic, which is, like I mentioned before, it's a stage race, road race on Saturday, TT on Saturday afternoon, and then a time trial on Sunday. I'm going to be competing on it as a category 3. Super excited for it. So if that is something you guys want to see, then you already know what to do. Look at this, guys, freaking beautiful. If it wasn't because I'm in Florida, and you guys probably already saw the clip of what actually happened on the way here if I did put it on the video, but if I wasn't in Florida, I'll probably jump in because it's really hot and the water is nice and cold. Now, this is one of the reasons why I enjoy the heck out of gravel, guys. Like, you don't get to enjoy the outdoors and nature like you get to do when you're out on a gravel ride. You can just get off your bike and just enjoy things like this. But another thing that is not talked about enough, but is probably the #1 thing I would prioritize, is sleep, guys. Getting a good amount of sleep is crucial. Usually on a rest week, your training load will be less, and that will leave you with more time for restorative activities like foam rolling, stretching, or just simply getting to bed earlier. Another thing I'm changing this year is that on my rest week, I will have 2 days completely off the bike. That will be Monday and Friday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday would only be 45-minute rides instead of 1 hour. And I'll use the extra 15 minutes of each of one of those days to either like stretch, foam roll, or just go out for a walk with the dogs, or simply just get everything that needs to get done that will allow me to get to bed earlier. And guys, cycling is such a selfish sport. Like, I mean, I don't want to put it out that way, but it is very selfish, right? So even if you don't foam roll, stretch, and do all these things, just get out with your significant other and just enjoy some time, go out to dinner, or just simply have dinner together at the house. I feel like that is so huge, because another huge thing is mental recovery, and probably more important for me than physical recovery. If I haven't recovered mentally, it doesn't matter like what physical shape I'm in, because I just won't be able to push myself day after day on those really hard workouts. So mental recovery is so important. All right, guys, so we are towards the end of the video now, and if you're still watching, I really appreciate you. And I saved the best for last, or should I say the worst, because this is by far the worst mistake you can make on your cycling recovery week, and that is nutrition. It is so easy, and I'm saying this from self-experience because this is the biggest mistake I made last year. And it is so easy to say, oh, well, I don't want to gain any weight this week, and my training load is very low, so I probably don't have to eat as much. Guys, that couldn't be further away from the truth. The main reason for a recovery week after 3 or 4 hard weeks is to allow your body to not only recover, but absorb all the hard work you have put in. And it's not going to be able to do that without the right nutrition. So make sure you don't skimp on nutrition this week, because without it, your body will not be able to make the proper adaptations and make the progress you are seeking and working so hard for. We're all working so hard for it. All right, guys, so I'm sure I missed some other great reasons why recovery is so important. And we should all really put more focus on it. And if you have any other ones that you want to share, please put them in the comments down below so everyone else and myself can benefit from them. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video and took something away from it to help you in your own training. If that is the case, guys, like and subscribe. It's really appreciated. And if you want to watch more of my training videos, click on any of these 2 videos right here, and I'll see you guys there.